Are you the one who starts the best conversations on Facebook, WhatsApp, or in the group chat? If so, this is the podcast for you. Hi, I'm Eva.
And I'm Don, and welcome to Chat and Bother. This is a 15-minute podcast where we start conversations and you and your circle finish them.
If you want to know the backstory of how this podcast got its name, you can listen to our really quick podcast intro.
Each episode is based on a question that people are asking each other online and in real life.
Maybe it's a question that you and your friends have asked each other, or a topic you're talking about.
If it isn't, maybe it should be. So go ahead and share this episode with a friend or family member so they can listen to it and you can talk about it together.
Hello, good morning.
Hello.
So in the last episode, we talked about, what did we talk about? It wasn't that long ago.
We talked about a lot.
It was about celebrating.
Celebrations.
Like how we celebrate when we're winning or when something amazing is happening. You know, we realized being married that our definition of winning is different. Like what I think is winning and what you think is winning, those are two different things.
Yeah.
Seeing you staying up late playing video games. And I don't get it because I don't play games. That sounds awful. Oh my gosh.
I play no games.
Like when I think, oh my gosh, these y'all, they're going to think that I am this horrible stick in the mud type person. But yeah, I don't like soft. What is it I said I didn't like? I don't like hot, sweet food. I don't like cake in a package. And I don't play video games. I think I play games on my phone now, but it took years for me to start playing games on my phone.
Because you should be like, what do you get out of it? I mean, I truly think that people need wins in their life. You know, you need something to look forward to. Video games, board games, there are ways for people to get a win, for them to start to feel positive about themselves. And whether that's a new sale or whatever, you know, you can win at work, but somewhere along the line, you got to get a win. For me, wins come in different ways. There are different kinds of wins. If I've had one of those horrible days, the first win that I look forward to is when I walk in the door, there's somebody that is happy to see me. That is a win. You know, we used to talk about it as like nose prints. Like if the kids, now I know that Dave was just looking for the car to pull up because he's always been enamored by cars. He would be excited when I came home, and you know he would leave nose prints on the glass.
But he was looking at the car.
He was looking at cars.
You know that's the perception versus reality,
right? But I took it as a win.
You won.
Because there was somebody in that house. I mean, and it wasn't just him. Him and Evan and Eden. They were always.
You see, he didn't name me. I was glad you came home too. I wasn't laid up in the window, but
right. I'm saying you. Did you really want me to say that your fingerprints and your nose were pressed up against the glass way of me? Hey, listen, you know, they're going to keep this PG, right?
Well, what about before kids? Because that's only the last 20 years. Before kids, you still had this thing in you where you wanted to win. Like, is there a comparable feeling between what you get from the kids being happy to see you versus the wins that you got pre-children? Because
no, that's not a replacement. That's a different kind of win. Beating somebody at something.
I was about to say
whooping somebody's tail.
Right. Because let's just be real here.
And you are better than somebody.
I knew because I said, hold on, this sounds real sweet. Because I remember you playing basketball when we were dating. I'm like, how does anybody find time to play basketball after work? But okay. And energies, but you'd play basketball after work. You would play video games and like all of these different things that were to win or compete outside of work.
Yeah, because it is super satisfying to know that I'm better than somebody at something.
Really?
Or that I won something. Like, I mean, competition brings a different beast out in everybody.
You know what? I don't feel that.
What do you mean? In sports, definitely in football. Track, I guess it was, maybe I just didn't like track as much, but it was still the same feeling. Like if I beat somebody, there was no excuses to be made. Like if I lost, and I didn't like the feeling, and I try to figure out how to win the next time. I remember more of my losses than I do my wins.
I do not have these intense feelings about competition in any way. I do not have them, and I don't understand it.
I remember not just every win. I remember there's the organized wins, but I think the ones that were probably more special were the ones that happened like in the courts in the neighborhood. Beating somebody so badly, like his friends would clown him. You can't guard it, man. What's going on? Like, to the point where the dude wanted to fight me.
I don't understand anything that you're saying. It's like this is a different language entirely. I do not have those kinds of feelings when it comes to and I played tennis, I played basketball, I played volleyball, I ran track, I competed in pageants. I did a lot of things that were competitive, but I don't think I ever felt like I have to reign victorious over anybody. The funny thing is I love watching documentaries about people who have this, and it's very interesting that I married somebody who has this. I compete with me more than I compete with other people. I'm like, is this thing that I did today better than the thing I did yesterday? So I'm not looking at what other people
but that's next level
are doing.
That's next level.
Because is it? Because when your parents come out to see you win and you be like, ooh, like.
well, okay. I'll put it this way. Like, I think it's next level because I heard somebody say, look, if I do better than what I did yesterday, eventually I will be better than everybody else because competition will become irrelevant. Beating the people around me, that only works really well if the people around you are good.
You can't control who's on the court with you. So that good feeling, how good is it really? Like, did you just beat the worst people available?
So, like, I grew up in the second smallest state in the country.
Okay, so question. Now, we have talked about this. When you competed outside...
Look, let's say I'm all state in the tiniest state or second tiniest state. It's like, okay, I beat all these dudes. The dudes that are coming down from Pennsylvania, that's next level. They built different. Like, they bigger, they stronger, they faster.
Look, winning at the little prep school I went to, and then we would play these teams. And I'm like, did that girl just take her shoes off to race me? No, I'm going to lose. And I was okay with that.
Right.
There's this picture of me running track, and I'm the only one in the picture. And the kids were like, oh, mommy, you were winning. I was like, no. Everyone else has finished. I was probably having an asthma attack. I was just pleased that I made it to the finish line without an ambulance being called. So that look of determination on my face is to live. It's not to win. So for me...
So the Chariots of Fire wasn't playing in that moment.
Nah. It was the sound of me wheezing. That's what you were hearing. I finished a 400, which was huge to me. And
finishing it.
I finished because I had never done that. Mm-hmm. I beat me. It would not matter who I was running against. I was not gonna win.
See, I might have just ran off the track at the turn, like, nah. Or I'd have pulled up with a hammy, like, man.
Oh, my leg.
Oh, I couldn't make it. It's nothing worse than being in a race and realizing I don't have what it takes to beat that person next to me.
But you always have what it takes to beat yourself, because I will always be able to do better than the thing I did yesterday, because I'm going to make sure I learn something. I'm going to make sure, like, every morning you hear somebody's podcast, somebody's webinar, something. Right. And whatever I put in there is going to make what I do tomorrow better. There is not enough muscles I can get. Some people are just built better than you, right? I look at my legs. They're not made for jumping. Age. Some people are younger. Some people are faster. Speaking of hamstrings, when your son beats you...
Hey. We don't know that he would have beat me because...
No, yes, we do. You all were almost at the finish line. Yes, he was going to beat you.
So, but there were actual injuries in that situation.
No.
Like... It wasn't like a fake injury because somebody was beating me.
Yeah, but he was going to beat you anyway.
My hamstring is still not right.
But here's the thing.
Wait. Are we talking about Evan?
No. Oh, so you've been beaten more than once. The only person not to beat you yet is Eden.
Well, I don't race anybody anymore. So
is my method better or yours?
Those were injuries. Like, I didn't get to finish the race. So we don't know. It was incomplete. Like, we can speculate that they would have won. No,
it's still a loss.
It's not a loss.
I thought you said you counted every loss. You still remembered every one.
Yeah, but I didn't lose, so I don't count that.
So what does that count as?
Is it incomplete?
Okay, so do you ever compete against yourself? Because I've noticed like you are competitive in a lot of different things.
In everything.
But are there some things in yourself that you would consider a win if you improved upon it?
I've had to turn it to that to start to think about my strengths and weaknesses. Like, okay, I can improve on a strength and take it from, a 7 to an 8. And I used to hate hearing feedback. I always took it as feedback is tough for me. The way I had to learn to look at it is, okay, it's an opportunity. I don't want to hear it, but once I've heard it, now I can put it on my list and now I can start working. Okay, if I'm a 4 in that area, how do I get to a 5?
Do you ever think that it's possible for you to compete with yourself and only yourself?
They talk trash about me, so now I'm going to have to whoop their tail. Maybe that's a distortion in my head.
So you're one of those original people that says there's haters.
Right.
Okay.
Of course.
That's another thing. I don't feel like there's haters for me.
Oh, haters are the best kind of motivator.
What?
I heard you were talking, like, I've always found ways to take what other people are saying and use it against them.
You do know these people are not thinking about you, right?
It don't matter.
Okay.
What your boy Michael Jordan say? And I took that person.
So you have 3 kids.
Yeah.
Of your kids, who is most like you when it comes to winning?
Evan.
All right.
Hands down.
Hands down.
Hands down.
You know what's funny? I remember he had lost at a soccer game, or the team had lost a soccer game, and he cried.
Yes.
And I was dumbfounded. Yep. Like, why is this eliciting tears? I don't know what's going on. And you were just like, man, I get it. It's okay. And, I understand. I don't understand nothing. I don't understand any of that. I'm looking at the two of you like they are in mourning.
Yeah, of course.
Over a soccer game. And I was very competitive at soccer. I played all the way through high school.
And you just understood losses?
I didn't think about them. I don't remember any of who we beat, who we didn't beat. I remember one game. We played a school that I went to before. And I was on this new school soccer team, and they were very intense rivals. I remember the game. I do not remember the score because I was excited to play.
No, hold on. How do you not remember the score? Do you remember whether y'all won or not?
No. I think we won. I'm pretty sure we won. Because
how do you not understand? Like, see, to me, that's offensive.
Winning was showing up on the other side of that field. And
so you won before you got there.
Absolutely. Because I wanted them to know, because I had a very hard time at the school I was coming from.
Yeah.
Winning was being on a team, them seeing me be accepted, and I was different from what I was when I was there. I'm not the same person that you saw when I was there on your team. I'm better. The kid who is most like me, I'm going to let you, and when it comes to winning and losing, who is that?
Dave.
He's like, I do not care.
Dave he has always been internally motivated, and nothing outside of him moves him in either direction.
In either direction. He goes in the direction he wants to go in, and that's it.
And you might be able to slightly influence it, but that's only if he lets you.
I've never heard him speak of a hater.
He's not motivated by the same things that everybody else is motivated by. So he almost always wins. And that's foreign to me. How do you not lose? I've hated every loss that I've ever had, but I also appreciate it because it made me a better person. With each one of those losses, you take a lesson away from it and you keep moving.
So I feel like it, at the end of the day, it's when the learning happens, not if the learning happens.
Right.
So for people like Dave and I, we try to do all of our learning up front.
Right.
And that minimizes the number of times, because nobody likes the feeling of losing. I can't say that I lose and I'm like, okay, that was fun. No, it's not like that.
Yeah.
It's not a good feeling.
Yeah.
I don't like it, but I'm saying I don't think that it affects me in the same way that it affects other people like you and Evan. Like, I'm not going to cry about losing at certain things. So if I can prepare myself ahead of time. Almost, it's sad. It's almost like I over-prepare. Dave ain't got that problem. But I will over-prepare for something.
Yeah.
And minimize the chances of not winning. You will prepare for something. And then if you don't win, that's part of your preparation for the next thing.
Right.
To make sure that you win.
Right.
All right. So neither approach is wrong. It's just different.
Mine's better.
See? And on that note, you got to go to work.
And you got to go.
We'll talk to y'all later. Bye.
Bye. Thank you for joining us for Chat and Bother. Go ahead and like our Facebook page and share this episode with people that you want to chat with or just feel like bothering, or both. Visit our website, chatandbother.com, for our episode guide and other ways to connect with us. Take care.